What's good, man? It's your boy DT3, man, and I'm back at you with another video, man. New media, notification gang. God Squad. It's what it is, man. Look, check this out, man. I really come to realize, bruh, over the past 24 hours that you Wilder fans, you so-called Wilder supporters, y'all really don't care about Deontay Wilder. The fact that y'all are disrespecting Mark Breland for being willing to throw in the towel to preserve Wilder's life and career is beyond me. And the fact that y'all using the excuse that Wilder said that anyone who throws the towel in will suffer the consequences, bruh, lets you know how dumb, for one, Wilder is, and number two, how dumb his fan base is to not even want somebody to help prolong Wilder's life and career. I'm gonna ask y'all something right here, right now. Do you think his wife and his kids are mad that the fight got stopped? Looking at how the fight went, you think they mad that the fight got stopped? You think they wanted Wilder to have to fight for an additional 15 minutes to hopefully maybe catch Tyson Fury with a right hand after he had been fatigued since pretty much the third round? And we all know, as anyone who knows combat sports, when you're fatigued, you're barely able to defend yourself, let alone throw any significant punches. So Wilder was fatigued. He didn't have no means of defending himself or any energy to really fight back. So you people would rather Wilder go through another 15 minutes of unnecessary punishment to hopefully hope that he catch Fury with a right hand that may possibly hurt him. When in the early rounds of the fight, rounds 1 to 3, he had already caught Fury with a flush right hand clean, and Fury just walked right through that shit. What does that really mean to y'all? Y'all would rather see Wilder get severely hurt, possibly maybe even die, for your own entertainment? So if Wilder would have continued the fight, let's say the referee wouldn't have stopped the fight and let the fight continue based on the way the fight was going, and Wilder would have got beat a lot worse. So y'all wanted to see Wilder get beat up that bad to where he could have been hospitalized or maybe even dead, and then he would have had to go home to his family like that? Y'all not thinking about the aftermath. Like, y'all thinking about the entertainment value of it. Like, yeah, it was this, it was entertaining, he's a warrior, he's this. But bro, that dude got either a severed eardrum or blood off the brain, bro. That's severe shit. That's fatal type shit, bro. Fatal shit. And y'all wanted him to continue to take punishment after his equilibrium was obviously off. He was obviously unable to basically stand correctly. And then you also saw his lack of technique. You also saw Wilder's skill set, what he lacked. If Wilder was as great as y'all say he was, he'd have been able to get Fury off of him when he was on the inside. Fury beat Wilder with boxing 101 shit. Basic boxing shit. Shit that he should have learned shit that Wilder should have learned when he was an amateur. Fury beat him with basic amateur boxing tactics, bro. He didn't do nothing special. He wasn't very Lomachenko-ish or Floyd Mayweather-ish or Ali-ish. He did basic boxing shit. And he wasn't afraid of getting caught with the right hand. He wasn't worried about it. That was the furthest thing from Tyson Fury's mind. You could tell based on how he fought the fight. But when you people keep saying that he shouldn't have stopped the fight and Mark Breland shouldn't have thrown in the towel, even though Kenny Bayless wasn't even looking in Wilder's corner when the so-called towel was thrown, he was literally, if you look at the fight, he was literally zeroed in and focused on Deontay Wilder, trying to make sure he was basically competent enough to defend himself and able to fight back, which he's shown neither one. So Kenny Bayless stopped the fight when he could have actually maybe stopped the fight probably a round or two earlier. But I have come to believe that you Wilder fans, you LDBC fucks, don't really give a shit about Wilder. Anybody that say that fight was prematurely stopped, anybody that say Mark Breland is wrong, he deserves to get fired, you fucked up in the head. You fucked up. Because if that fight would have continued, Wilder could be the next Mildred Taylor. or the next Patrick Day. And I talk all my shit about Wilder, but I be damn, I don't want to see that dude like that. Yes, I wanted to see him lose because of his lack of respect for the sport of boxing. And we saw that Saturday night when he fought Tyson Fury. That your lack of respect, your lack of putting in the work in the sport of boxing, it showed. You didn't know how to get Tyson Fury off of you. You don't know how to create angles. You don't know how to set up your punches. And you only really have one punch. One punch. So if somebody were to say fuck your one punch and stay on the inside and just chew you up, you ain't gonna know what to do. Jay Diaz had been training you, Wilder, for 15 years. He's like he said, he's your head trainer, right? Jay Diaz is your head trainer. Training you for 15 years. And every fighter is a reflection of their trainer. So, looking at Deontay Wilder, Jay Diaz don't know shit about boxing. Nothing. He saw Wilder got a powerful right hand and said, okay, we just going to keep that. That's going to get you by. What you going to do when your right hand ain't enough? What you going to do when somebody take that away from you? You got to have other levels to your game. You only have one level, Wilder. And that's your right hand. You're banking on the power, the power, the power. Well, what you gonna do when they take that one attribute, because it's only one, when they take that one attribute away from you, what do you have? Nothing. Because Jay Diaz ain't teach you shit outside that one fucking skill set that you have, which is power in your right hand. And when somebody like a Tyson Fury takes that away from you, you don't have shit. You don't know how to get somebody off of you when you fight on the inside. That, I can't really just say that's Wilder's fault as well, but it's also Jay Diaz's fault because he's been training him. He's been pumping Wilder's head full of bullshit for 15 years. So Wilder has 15 years of this conditioning. And Wilder, to this day, has yet to own up to his lack of respect of the sport of boxing, yet he's making excuses. Oh, my gear that I was wearing in the ring walk was too heavy, made my legs weak. Well, nigga, you got chicken legs, bro. You shouldn't be wearing no fucking 40, 50 pound shit any goddamn way. Number two, if you do something before the fight that hinders you in the fight, that's your fault. That's your fault. That's not Tyson Fury's fault that you wore all that shit. Let's keep it real. That's not Tyson Fury's fault that you had on all that shit trying to be cute and shit, and you walked your little black ass in the ring, and now you want to make excuses and say that's the reason why you lost. You lost because you got your ass whooped. You lost because you you got to fucking 230 pounds. You was too damn big when you should stage your black ass at 212 to 220, which is the best version of you. This 230 motherfucker, you was too heavy. You ain't never fought that big before, and you came in the ring with a jailhouse body. Big up top, small at the bottom. You don't have no coordination. You don't have no footwork. There's no way that you should be crossing your feet at that level in boxing. I don't even do that shit, bro, and I'm an amateur. So you at the highest level in boxing, and you already making fundamental mistakes, bro, at the highest level. You crossing your feet. You swinging off balance. You're not even on balance when you throwing your punches. That's boxing 101. So that lets me further know, again, Jay Diaz don't know shit about boxing. Nothing. He don't know his mouth from his asshole. Don't know nothing in boxing. But yet he been training you, Deontay Wilder, for 15 years. But like I said, man, your fan base, Deontay Wilder, your circle, all that, anybody that fires Mark Breland because he was looking out for you, because Mark Breland know what that shit like. He know what it's like to be in there. Mark Breland actually give a fuck about you. He actually care about your well-being in your life, in your livelihood. He actually do care about that. Everybody that really care about you, that really want you to have something in life, they getting rid of. Lou DiBella, Got you the $100 million deal. That $100 million deal look real nice right now. You just opt yourself out of an extra $40 million for who? Al Heyman, Shelly Finkel? And if you want to be technical, Shelly Finkel is the motherfucker that went and got Mark Breland. Shout out to my boy, Myra Magnus, Double M, Boxing Logic United. Shout out to my boy, because he gave me that info. But Shelly Finkel is the motherfucker that got Mark Breland to come in your camp to help train you, and you still didn't listen to Mark Breland. So it's obvious, bro. And excuse me to all my followers that are white, but we have a saying in the black community about dudes like Wilder. And you know what we call dudes like Wilder? Wilder's a house nigga. He a house nigga. And anybody who wants to know what we black folks call house niggas is he gonna do whatever Shelly Finkel tell him. He gonna do whatever Jay Diaz tell him. He gonna fire Mark Breland, a brother. Out of everything that went wrong, Jay Diaz been training you for 15 years. Jay Diaz been training you, and you mean to tell me you gonna fire Mark Breland for looking out for your health because he wants you to go home to your kids? See, your fan base, Wilder, they didn't want you to go home to your kids. They ain't thinking about your kids. They ain't thinking about your wife. They ain't thinking about none of that. They too caught up in the mystique that is of Deontay Wilder. They too caught up in your image, your persona, to where they forget you a family man first. You a husband first. Before you a fighter, before you a boxer, you are a husband and you a father. Based on your fan base, you wouldn't have been able to come home to your wife and your kids because your fan base wanted to see you fight for an extra 15 minutes after your eardrum been busted wide the fuck open to hopefully catch Tyson Fury with a right hand. You Wilder fans don't give a fuck about Wilder and his family. Y'all don't care about his kids. Because like I said earlier in this video, do you think his kids mad that the fight got stopped, or are they happy that they daddy get to come home? And yeah, he might have a couple bumps and bruises here or there, but my dad gonna be okay. Versus, had he may have fought for that extra 10 to 15 minutes, it could have been fatal, or it could have been detrimental to that man's health to where he would have prolonged physical problems with himself, to where he couldn't be able to interact with his kids the way he wants to where he couldn't interact with his wife the way he wants to, because he's too busy trying to hold up a front or a face for you and his fan base. Because y'all care more about the persona and the image than the actual man himself. You should be ashamed of yourself. And that's disrespectful to Deontay Wilder. And I speak on behalf of Deontay Wilder as a man and as a black man. Period. Do I think Wilder should fight Fury in the summer? Nah. Do I think he will? No, because he still got to give himself time to heal. And there's no way that he be healed, for one, and have the right preparation to beat Tyson Fury in 3 months. No way. He's not going to change that much in 3 months. Leopard don't change they spots. Tigers don't change they stripes. It is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. Wilder is not going to change. He's not going to be a different type of fighter. He's not going to all of a sudden develop an inside game, because he don't respect the sport of boxing. And he even fired the one person that is of the same descent as him. He fired him to basically bring up the white counterpart that he always want to say is the best for him. He want to sit there and really say Jay Diaz is his head trainer and better for him than Mark Breland, who is an Olympian, former world champion, and has been there, done that, had the concussions, pissed blood before. He's been through it all. He's seen it all. He's done it all. If anybody that you would want to take advice from and listen to in a Deontay Wilder corner is Mark Breland, not Jay fucking Diaz, who been training Wilder for 15 years, and this is what the fuck we get. I'm happy that you got to go home to your kids, Deontay. I'm happy that you got to go home to your wife, and you're still in a good enough health to where you could actually come back and still give us some fights. I'm glad you're able to live to fight another day. But your fan base, the people that supposedly support you, they wanted to see you carry on and possibly get injured severely or possibly maybe even no longer be among the living, which I feel is fucked up. And I talk my shit about you, but there's no way that I wanted to see you go out on a stretcher or hear about you in the hospital, concussed, in a coma, or anything of that nature. I wanted to see you lose, but I didn't want to see you hospitalized. That's real. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon so you can be notified every time I hit y'all with my shit. Follow me on Instagram at DT_boom. And even though I'm in jail, follow me on Twitter at DBoyWS. So you already know who it is, man. It's your boy, DT3, New Media, Notification Gang. God Sword. That's what it is, man. One.